Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Well, finally, I got some good news, I would say. As probably you all know, Mariupol, Ukraine, Azovstal steel plant, um, some Ukrainian fighters, Azov battalion is surrounded in this steel plant underneath in some catacombs by Russian army surrounding it. According to the Russians, Mariupol was already liberated or cleared. The only stronghold that it's over there is of these Ukrainian fighters and some civilians hiding in the underneath the this steel plant, called Azovstal. There's some news now that some civilians were released from the catacombs. We don't know if civilians and the fighters in the catacombs are held against their will, or they don't want to surrender. We don't know that. According to the sources, there are about 1,000, or some say 2,000 people underneath this steel plant, and the Russians are not attacking, like trying to use manpower, army to get in, but they just bomb from time to time the plant and hope for the guys that are underneath to surrender or I don't know, die down there, or maybe try uh, I don't know, last stand and try to break out. I don't know, or maybe they try to. The guys that are trapped over there, they try to. They're waiting for maybe a deal to be cut between Ukrainian leadership or American leadership and the Russians. We don't know yet. The thing is, those guys are trapped, and some civilians were released. Now, from this is one media outlet that I got the information from. There are some other ones, different titles, and some titles are civilians uh, escaped, civilians were rescued, civilians leave the plant, different titles. And this particular one is from Agence France Presse from April 30th, 2022, and the title reads like this: 20 civilians leave Mariupol's Azovstal site, Ukraine regiment. Now they put the Ukraine regiment slash Azov battalion, who could be allegedly trapped underneath, plus might be a lot of foreign fighters. It's unknown at this point. A lot of reports, or a lot of people say that there might be some NATO advisors trapped over there, and that's why they don't want to surrender, because it's going to be, a big scandal or whatever it's going to be when they're going to realize that there are some maybe uh, foreign military in the plant down there with some officers. So let's read and see what's going on here. A group of 20 civilians are leaving the Azovstal steelworks, leaving here. Some people say rescued, anyway, where the last Ukrainian troops are held up in the Black Sea port of Mariupol. The soldiers there said Saturday. 20 civilians, women and children have been transferred to a suitable place, and we hope that they will be evacuated to Zaporozhye on territory controlled by Ukraine, said Sviatoslav Palamar, deputy commander of Azov regiment. Some people say it's Azov battalion, and Azov battalion is associated with some um, uh, Nazi ideology or something like that. They have certain affiliation. I posted a video a while ago regarding the Azov battalion, and you could check that out for more information on who they are and what they do, and where do they, what allegiances they have, and what ideology they have. So they were still going through to the rubble, searching for civilians to rescue after a night of Russian bombardment there, he added, the same guy, in a video posted on Telegram. So the Russians bombarded over there, probably the land collapsed in. These Ukrainian fighters rescued the civilians and then asked to be um, released outside to the Russians and maybe sent to Zaporozhye. Earlier Saturday, a correspondent from Russia TASS news agency reported from the city that 25 civilians, including 6 children and younger than 15, than 14, has quit the site. I don't know what that means. That means all night the enemy artillery bombarded the site, Palamar added. The ceasefire that should have started at 6 a.m. didn't start until 11 a.m. So they must have had an understanding that they will get the civilians out and there would be a ceasefire between this time so they could get them out. Since then, the two sides have respected it. So the ceasefire that should have started at 6 a.m. didn't start until 11 a.m. Since then, the two sides have respected it, this guy stated. The evacuation convoy we had been expecting at 6 a.m. only arrived at 6:25 p.m. The Azov regiment is still clearing the rubble to get civilians out, said Palamar. We hope this procedure will continue, that we will manage to evacuate all the civilians. Well, the Russians said, go ahead, you can come out, but we guarantee your life, but I don't know what's going to be after that, Russia last week said it had gained full control of the strategic port city, Mariupol, except for the huge Azovstal industrial area. Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered a blockade of the steelworks. Yeah, you don't go anywhere without our monitoring. We're going to count you. We're going to see who you are, dead or alive. So that's basically what it is. And then Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky repeatedly warned that if Russia forces killed the last remaining troops there, that would spell the end of the peace talks. So what do you expect, Zelensky? What do you expect to happen? Just let them go? Is that your expectation? Yeah, they would be killed. I mean, it's a war. What do you expect? What do you want? What do you want the Russians to do with them? Just take them, get them in buses, get them food and assistance, and send them back to Ukraine, I mean, to Kiev or whatever, to fight another day? Is that how war is? No, you're over there. If you're still fighting, we're going to kill you. If you're not fighting, then you surrender. And if you surrender, we will see who's who, what's what, and you're going to be a prisoner of war. That's how things work. If you're a fighter, if you're a civilian, you will be taken into custody, given medical attention, so on, figure out who you are, because you might be a foreign fighter or who you are, and we're going to find out and check on you and then send you to wherever you want to go, I guess. I'm not certain what the next step would be. Nevertheless, I don't know what Zelensky talks about here. What does he expect? Does he expect the Russians to, after the fought with these guys, had casualties, Russians died, they surrounded eventually these guys, they're their enemies, aren't they? Yeah, they're fighters. What do you want to do with them? They say surrender, or what's the other option? Let you go? Is that logical? Yeah, in probably Zelensky's clown mind, it is, but not in war. So you surrender, or we're going to kill you if we can. Basically, that's what it is. So what do you expect? They're going to be bombarded over there. They're going to run out of ammunition. They will run out of food, water, and so on, and they will either die by exposure to elements, or I don't know, commit suicide, or try to break out and going to be shot. And I don't know, they hope for a war to end because Kiev is going to win the war and going to liberate them somehow. Yeah, that's an option, but how real that could be. Oh yeah, okay, we're going to liberate you, or maybe what? Going to be the Americans coming and sending some SEALs and Navy SEALs and rescue them, and the Russians will all be asleep because they're drunk with vodka. That's in the movies. Or maybe send Rambo. Send Rambo. Bop, 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 bop. He's gonna solve the problem. Okay? Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, nevertheless, good that the civilians were allowed to leave the plant. I don't know why the other ones do not leave. And if they don't want to leave, that's fine. I think that they don't want to leave because they're not allowed to leave. But that's my assessment. I have no evidence to support this claim or this assessment, but that's my, my gut feeling that those civilians are held over there as human shield, just to have the Russians not storm it. But the Russians will not, because why would you? You just wait outside, play some cards, drink some vodka, smoke some cigarettes, watch some whatever you watch over there, and then wait for those guys to die or whatever, come out, surrender. What else is to do? All right, well, good that civilians came out. I hope they all come out. And but I think that's more than it's those fighters over there inside the plant are more than just fighters. That's my feeling. They have something that they don't want to be found out of. Otherwise, they will say, okay, we're coming out, or fight. But no, stay over there and wait. We don't start crying here, hey, come and save us. Blah, blah. They're so tough, okay, be tough. Wait, stay there. Stay in your poop, in your pee, in your whatever you do over there. But I think it's more than that. I think, again, I don't have any evidence, but some reports suggest that there might be some extra people, and even the people over there trapped, the Azov battalion, might be some people that are actually, the Russians are really looking for to see face to face, dead or alive. Most likely they would like to have them alive. But that's war, people. That's how war is conducted. And in a war, that's, unfortunately, we're human, and there's war crimes and atrocities and destruction and human lives and all that suffering. Well, the thing is out in the open. So we'll see. Well, good that they are out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya.